I have a few minutes, very few minutes, to read from my book, Religious and Philosophical Topics, another one of the 3 philosophy books that I wrote this year, luckily. Well, actually, I wrote them in the past couple of years, collections of essays, and published them this year. This is Essay 18, Believing in Destiny. The philosophy of determinism implies destiny, accuracy, and physical predictions about the destination of the physical state on the universe tautologically includes destiny. Must one believe that? Matter's the leftover non-antimatter surplus from the energy expansion into expanding space-time. One or an infinity of the universe as God is the prime reality that generated them all, so I have faith in that. The future history of this universe, 1, was predetermined by the initial state of affairs or boundary conditions set in the beginning. God isn't in or out of the universe or universe 1. He theistically evolved or popped into experience a universe 1 like a box of Lucky Charms on a table, set in the desert, in or out of thin air, complete with 2% milk and people with memories to eat it. One must have faith and also consider the quantum cosmology and teleology of it all. Schopenhauer wrote, within an advancing era of scientific investigation, logic and ratiocination of perceptual matters led to things beyond. Schopenhauer was a Kantian in part, and referred to the noumenal characteristic Kant wrote about in the Critique, as well as atomism and cosmological areas. The equation cannot evaluate itself is like Cantor's theorem about the impossibility of making a set of all possible sets, including itself. Perception, incorporating the nature of its own workings, is a bit of a categorical error sort of reference, though something of a linguistic refinement would be useful. Perception is the means of inputting sense data, and understanding is what occurs in consciousness to bring it reflectively to mind. A computer camera might input photons and other sense data and talk about it without being actually aware of it, sort of like a robotic Terry Schiavo, perhaps without conscious thought, though animated by software and mechanical enhancements. Perceptions plus understanding lead the way into posting about the nature of the universe. Positing about the nature of the universe, a valid procedure for cosmologists and philosophers equally too, I think. Schopenhauer was using Kant's terms of phenomena and noumenon context. It is a good point of entry into metaphysical contemplations about the nature of existence for itself. Because A isn't B, it doesn't mean that A is C. Certainly logic is plain about that so far as it pertains to language. Yet neither does it mean that A equal B implies that A does not equal C. Jesus Christ is the truth for itself, yet people are free to develop their own truth theory or select one of many existing truth theories, such as disquotation theory expressed by P.F. Strawson. Emanations from the one were postulated by Plotinus to have given rise to the stuff that is the universe that human sentience experiences as the universe. Plotinus was a philosophical realist, continuing the work of Plato, yet he expressed a metaphysical paradigm that entails or includes paradigms such as one could discover in Christianity. Kant said that space itself is nothing but mere representation, and whatever is in it must therefore be contained in that representation. There is nothing whatever in space except so far as it is really represented in it. He also said if we take away the thinking subject, the whole material world must vanish because it is nothing but a phenomenon in the sensibility of our own subject and a certain class of its representations. I am really about out of time. That was it for this brief bit of this essay, Believing in Destiny. I would have liked to